Welcome to the true North, strong and free. Welcome to the greatest country in the world. Welcome to MMAFighting.com's UFC 165 preview show. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ariel Helwani. This time in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where on Saturday night, Jon Jones will defend his UFC light heavyweight title one more time, this time against Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson.
I feel like I'm like the law of attraction. I feel like I'm living that life wholeheartedly. I mean, everything that I've looked for out of life, it's come to me so far. And that's why I'm so confident going into this fight on Saturday. Everything's going so right. I'm working hard. I'm not getting lucky. I'm earning things. And I feel like a living testament to how you can just put your mind to anything and make it happen.
First of all, I would say, I don't know Jones that well, but what I've seen about him, I'm not big of a fan when it comes to his personal side. But it doesn't matter. That's just my personal opinion. As a fighter, as a champ, I have a lot of respect for him, and as an athlete.
When you say he's spoiled, what do you mean?
No, I just think he's, I don't want to go into too much about it, but we've been hanging around a few times, and I just think he's it seems like he doesn't care. He doesn't he's a little bit arrogant. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much about it, but that's what I just feel.
I get the sense that you really don't respect his skills. Like, you don't even feel like he's anywhere near your level, the way you break him down. Is that accurate?
No, that's not accurate. I realize that in a fight, anything can happen. So my job is to respect him wholeheartedly, train, give it my all. But with that being said, because I respect him wholeheartedly and because I study so much, I see exactly where he truly is. And I know where I am, I know what I've done, and I believe in my training. So I would just say I have a really honest assessment of what I've accomplished and what he's accomplished, the way he's performed, the way I performed, and I speak about it honestly. And every fighter has a chance to win a fight, but my job is to make sure he has very, very small chances, and I think I've done that.
Do you feel like he respects you as a fighter?
I think he respects me. I think he does. He would if he don't respect me, that would just be stupid of him. I think it's good though. I hope he's underestimating me because I will give him a shot on Saturday.
In order to really be that Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, you need a Chael Sonnen to your Anderson Silva. You need a Joe Frazier to your Muhammad Ali, a Larry Bird to your Magic Johnson, a true foil, a rival. And I get the sense that that guy right now could be Daniel Cormier. You really don't like this guy. You really don't like it. I want to know why. Why do you get so upset when anyone mentions his name?
I think it's funny that you just said he's my Frazier. I think I've already...
Could be.
No, he's not. He's not my Frazier. I think Rashad Evans was my Frazier. And, we saw what happened in that fight. It's the only guy to last the whole fight, which shows that was a legitimate matchup for me. But, yeah, Rashad Evans, it's safe to say I've already beaten my Frazier.
Cormier, not even on your level.
I'm not going to say that. You said that.
Well, you just dismissed him, so I was wondering if you don't even consider him.
He has a lot of work to do. He has a weight cut to do. He has to impress with some top 10 victories in the light heavyweight division, and then I think it'd be a little more appropriate for me to even mention his name.
Well, we're coming off the big Mayweather fight that had an incredible amount of media, the most we've maybe ever seen. You ever look at that? I know you're a fan, and say, wow, when are we going to reach that level? In terms of the attention, do you feel like you're even close to that?
No, obviously that was a fight that, that was one of those perfect storm fights, man. You had this up and coming Mexican that, everybody was behind, and a country was behind to beat Floyd Mayweather, and a guy who's gone undefeated for 17 years and is one hell of a fight salesman. Me and Floyd have had our moments throughout the past and shit talking each other. All
of a sudden, you're friends.
Yeah, well, it's not like we weren't ever friends. Me and Floyd go way back, and like 95. And it's not like we were never really friends. We were cool, but we were more business rivals than anything. If he'd say something that I didn't feel was right, I'd go after him, and then he'd go after me. And, we had a couple of moments where we talked behind the scenes and come on, dude, what are we, that kind of stuff. But not that me and Floyd ever hated each other. This fight was all about the height and reach. Jon Jones has been fighting guys, that were smaller than him, shorter than him, and he has that style where he keeps people on the outside. He couldn't keep Gustafsson on the outside. And what I didn't see coming, which I expected that to happen, that Gustafsson will be really good on his feet, keep him on the outside, and be faster than him and pick him apart. What I didn't see coming was the wrestling side. I thought that Jon Jones would be able to get him down, get that top position, ground and pound. Maybe Gustafsson would get back up. In a million years, I didn't think Gustafsson would take Jones down, and Jones would never take him down. So, you know, one of the exciting things about this sport is things never go the way you expect it to go, and tonight was one of those nights, and I believe that this is one of those fights where you're going to have people divided and saying that Gustafsson got screwed tonight, and other people thinking that Jones won, and it was the right decision, but it was close. This is one of those fights tonight that you remember why you're a fight fan and why you love going to fight so much. And when a round ends and the whole place is on their feet with a standing ovation, you know, and they did that for all 5 rounds tonight, it was amazing. I love being a part of things like this, you know. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Jones and boo him or whatever the reason is. Everybody has a different weird reason on why they're not a fan of Jones, but I don't care if you like him or don't like him. You got to respect him, man. And what he's been able to accomplish, it's like even tonight breaking the record for most title defenses, you know, and it's going to sound like I'm taking a shot at dummy, but I'm not. He went through murderer's row. Jones did. Jones went through the opposition that Jones went through to win that title and defend that title does not even compare to the record that he broke tonight, you know. And, you know, the heart that he displayed tonight, the chin, this guy's got heart, chin. I mean, he's got it all. To get busted up in those first 2 rounds and then come on the way that he did at the end of the fight, he's a special fighter, man. He's a special fighter. Like I said, when you see 2 guys get busted up like they did tonight, they don't even want to talk about fighting for a few weeks. Right. You know, it's the last thing you want to talk about. You got to let them heal up, go home, spend some time with their family, and start to get that itch again, and then they'll be ready to talk.
But if it plays out the way you want to see it, it's the rematch.
I don't know. We'll see. You guys are going to write.
Going to get you committed as
Dana
far as
said
you
he
can.
wants the rematch. That's what he... No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying, yes, people probably want to see it. It would make sense. Maybe it could happen, but not even close. I'm not in any way remotely saying that's next.
We are still buzzing here in Toronto because we just witnessed an instant classic between the reigning and defending UFC light heavyweight champion Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. Chuck, I hope you have words because I don't have any for that fight. Let me ask you off the top, who'd you have it for?
Well, I scored a 3-2 for Jones. I had 2-4-5 for Jones and 1-3 for Gustafsson. I think a lot of people I talked to had something similar to that, but obviously it was a very close fight, so a lot of people were kind of going back and forth. I did hear a couple people who had it for Gustafsson. So, I mean, we talked before this fight happened. We said, who's going to be this guy's rival? He doesn't have a rival. Who's going to be his Joe Frazier, that sort of thing for Muhammad Ali. I don't know if this is the guy, but that was the event that needed to happen for Jones to sort of establish that was somebody. Now, when they roll it back and they have a rematch, which it seems like that would be, depending on how things go, the way that the UFC would look at going for it, we might have the seedlings for something like that, which is kind of a cool thing because in Jon Jones' era, so far we haven't seen that.
In your wildest dreams, did you ever expect Gustafsson to have such great takedown defense, so effective on his feet, just perform the way he did? Did you ever think of a scenario like that tonight happening?
That fight had its own plots, twists, and everything. It was crazy. I mean, there was a lot of things that were going on. The first thing being that the reach and the height maybe sort of did play a role. I know that we sort of were kind of downplaying that and laughing a little bit about it, but or at least I was. I shouldn't speak for you. But you know, in the end, he actually was able to effectively use that. I was pretty shocked, though, that he was able to keep stuffing that takedown just repeatedly. And then when he took him down, when he took Jones down, you started to realize you're watching something unfold that you had no idea was going to happen. And there's nothing better than in a fight when your expectations are blown and you no longer know your bearings are, you know, you scrambled your bearings, and then you're watching something completely new. Because I don't think too many people thought that they were going to see that fight come out of Gustafsson or Jones, really.
A lot more happened here tonight. Renan Barão, an amazing win. Khabib Nurmagomedov, an amazing win. Brendan Schaub with the submission. But it's really all about what Alexander Gustafsson and Jon Jones did here tonight in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. One of the greatest fights that we have ever seen at light heavyweight. One of the fights of the year. one that we will be talking about for a very long time. Hope you enjoyed our coverage. For Chuck, I'm Ariel. We'll see you at the next one.